Well, Gauteng residents experienced a pleasant surprise this morning as the snow fell over many parts of the province. Social media is abuzz with activity as residents post pictures and videos of the snow. The last time snow fell was recorded in Gauteng was in 2012, according to the South African Weather Service. The snow comes with very cold conditions expected to last until the end of the week. Richard Le Sueur from Snow Report joins us now. Richard, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Of course, when you look at those numbers, snow falling for the last time in Johannesburg, for instance, was in 2012. Of course, it's no wonder that people are both cold but very excited to experience the snow. What is it about it that makes it so special?
Unoti, South Africans are snow crazy. It's absolutely incredible that, in May, before the real snow even rolled in, Snow Report reached 3 million people and on our social media. So, South Africans are absolutely snow crazy. And we do get a fair amount of snow in this country, but Johannesburg does not get snow very often. So we've been waiting in anticipation for the last few years, expecting that Joburg snow to roll in. And we called it. We thought that it would actually happen, and it did. And of course, everybody's going crazy. We're getting videos and photos sent in probably one a minute at the moment.
Yeah, no, I've been getting my fair share too. Richard, so of course, the weather services has told us that while snow will last just for a couple of days, the cold weather temperatures are going to be experienced, throughout the week for the country at the very least. Are we expecting to see more snow in Johannesburg? Because as you said earlier on in the day, it did start to snow, then it stopped, the sun came out, and then it's starting to snow now again. Are we likely to see, this entire week just being filled with the snow wonderland?
Look, we've only got snow on the radar for today, really, and up until late in some parts of the country. But, after that, it will wind down. Obviously, in some areas, it's going to last a while before it melts. But the Joburg snow is a short burst. But do I think that we're going to have more? I think, it's quite possible. We've seen, I think we've done about 11 snow forecasts this season already, which is the most that we've done since I've been running Snow Report. And it's been a very cold winter. There's been many snow events. We've pretty much got one or two on the radar at all times at the moment. So I think we're going to see more. Whether we see more Joburg, I don't know, but I think it's entirely possible. And we're seeing, a bit of Mpumalanga as well, and everywhere else. But we're not actually that far into the snow season anyway. July, August, even September and October is still snow season. In fact, it can snow any time in the year. I think 2006, I remember Christmas snow down in the Cape, and a fair amount of it as well up on the mountains.
Now, we are hearing that while some parts of Johannesburg did get a lot of snow, other parts got what is called sleet. Just explain to us, how do you actually know it is snow? Part of Joburg, you saw a little bit of rain coming down with white particles, but you're not really sure what it was.
Well, everybody's an expert, but actually, we've been doing Snow Report for quite some years. I've spent quite a bit of time abroad in some pretty hectic conditions down into the minus 40s. And we have a lot of experience with the different types of snow. So basically, you get, long before the snow comes down, sometimes you'll get some ice pellets coming down, which looks a little like hail, but it's whiter and it's lighter. And then you get then you get sleet, which tends to be much wetter, and you'll know about it, but often it'll fluctuate between actual drier snow and sleet within the time. Every few seconds it might swap back and forth, and then suddenly it might go back to rain, then goes back to snow. But it really depends. And in a city like Joburg, it's quite warm overall. The effect of just the city itself warms everything up. So what happens is that snow melts either very quickly when it hits the ground, or it melts just before it hits the ground where it's warmer. So that's where you're seeing that difference sometimes. People often confuse snow, sleet, ice pellets or snow pellets as they might be called, grapple in some places. It's all the same thing really. But you can really see, if you have a look at that video that's on there now, once you see it blowing around quite a bit, then it tends more towards snow. Once it gets very light, then it's snow. If the wind's very strong, then sleet might blow around, but you'll see the speed is slightly different. We often spend a fair bit of time just analyzing videos to see whether it was snow or sleet, and then, ice pellets tend to bounce, so we can often spot those quite quickly. But yeah, there are many different forms, and this is a pretty solid snowfall in parts of Joburg. It was coming down really strongly in some areas. So, and it settled nicely on the ground. So yeah, nice to see.
Richard, thank you so much for your time, of course, and for that education. Richard Le Sueur from Snow Report there for us.